In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the specially merciful. What is structure and function of cell? There are three parts of cell: cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus. Now what is cell membrane? The cell membrane is a semi-permeable membrane which allows certain material to pass through it. For example, it allows essential ingredients like water, oxygen, and also remove toxic material like carbon dioxide and waste products. It means cell membrane allow good products enter to the cell and waste harmful products remove out of the cell. Now what is cytoplasm? It is thick jelly-like structure. It provides shape to the cell. It means different shapes of the cell is due to different shapes of cytoplasm. All the cellular reactions or cellular functions take place in the cytoplasm. For example, protein formation occur in the cytoplasm, cellular respiration occur in the cytoplasm, and mitosis and meiosis occur in the cytoplasm. Secondly, all the important organelles are present in the cytoplasm like mitochondria, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi bodies, lysosome, which will be discussed in the later lecture. Now, what is the nucleus? Nucleus contains DNA. It is a booklet of all the information which is blueprint of all functions taking place within the cell. Secondly, the nucleus is control center of the cell. It is also known as king of the cell. It controls all the activities occurring within the cell. For example, nucleus control how cells should be developed, how cells should be grow, how cells should reproduce. The nucleus contains another structure called as nucleolus. It forms ribosomal RNA or ribosome. The newly made ribosomes are transported out of the cell through nuclear pore to the cytoplasm, which will do their job. What are ribosomes? These are floating organelles in the cytoplasm. They make protein needed for the cell. For example, they make protein for the growth of the cell, make protein for the repairing of the cell. To learn about ribosomes and protein formation, we must understand the endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum has mainly two types: rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. The main difference between rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum is that endoplasmic contain ribosome while smooth endoplasmic reticulum do not contain any type of ribosome. It means smooth endoplasmic reticulum does not produce any type of protein because of no ribosome, but it produces lipids and cholesterol, etc. Secondly, it also does detoxification. It means breaking down of toxic substances in the cell. Coming to the rough endoplasmic reticulum, we know that the rough endoplasmic reticulum contains ribosomes and ribosomes form proteins. Now, what is the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum? Well, it helps the ribosome to produce protein. Secondly, pack or enclose the proteins in vesicles. What are the vesicles? The vesicles are trucks within the cell. They transport substances within the cell from one part of the cell to the another. The protein formed by the ribosomes and done by the rough endoplasmic reticulum are then transported by the vesicle to the Golgi apparatus, which is also known as Golgi bodies. Golgi is the name of scientist who discovered it. Remember that Golgi body is the part of dead cell where different functions performed. For example, the things are collected, packed and exported. Golgi body receives proteins from the rough endoplasmic reticulum. It modifies proteins by giving proper shape. It will add lipids and carbs to the proteins and change the shape of protein because shape of protein play a vital role in the function after this. Golgi bodies will pack the protein in the vesicles. Finally, the vesicle of proteins are delivered to the target destination both within or out of the cell. Bodies will send the protein to the damaged part of the cell for repairing with the help of vesicles until we learn the ribosome formed by the nucleolus and the nucleus. Ribosomes synthesize proteins. The rough endoplasmic reticulum pack protein in the vesicle and transport them to the Golgi bodies. Golgi bodies provide specific shape and prepare the protein for the specific task. After this, the Golgi bodies send all the protein in the form of vesicles to the targeted destination to perform their proper function to repair the damaging part of the cell. Now, what is mitochondria? The mitochondria is the organelle which is also known as the powerhouse or power station of the cell. For the instant or for the daily life, power station provide electricity. Similarly, mitochondria provide energy to the every part of the cell. Mitochondria also contain its own DNA, which is different from the DNA of the nucleus. In mitochondria, cellular respiration takes place. For example, glucose will combine with oxygen to release energy in the form of ATP, and carbon dioxide gas is produced as a waste product. Energy produced in the form of ATP by the mitochondria is then transported to each and every part of the cell. Now, what is lysosomes? The lysosome is organelle which is known as the digestive part of the cell. It contains digestive enzyme. Here food is broken down. For example, like carbohydrates converted to glucose, protein converted into the amino acid, and finally, what is vacuole? The vacuoles are also known as storehouse of the cell because it stores water, food, minerals, nutrients, and waste products. Size of vacuole may vary in different organisms. For example, the animal has many smaller vacuoles and plant cell has large central vacuole. Now, animals and plant cell are watched in the next lecture. Thank you.